All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Halftime with K Bizzy. Today we have a special guest that I was introduced to by none other than the legend from last Friday's episode, Mr. Doo-Wop. So mega shout out to Doo-Wop for putting me in touch with today's guest before I even say anything. Today we have Superfkr on the podcast, also known as Turbine to some. Now Doo-Wop told Turbine about the podcast, and the next morning I woke up with a friend request from Turbine on Discord. We talked a little bit. I called him and told him about the podcast, and the very next day we recorded this episode. So I want to give a big shout out also to Turbine or Superfkr for being so interested and wanting to do this episode and jumping on the ball and getting it done super quick, man. Today we kind of talk about how we got introduced to CS like we do with every episode. We talked about how we got introduced to content creating, how we started forming relationships with other household names in the CS community, and of course we touch base on opening 6,000 cases in 24 hours. Insane. I just want to drop this in here too because some of you may not know, but I also have a main channel where I upload my personal CS videos. So if you guys would like to check that out, please click the card at the top of the video and find your way there. Without further ado, thank you all for tapping in, and I'll check in with you guys in the outro. Hey, how's it going, man?
How you doing, buddy?
Doing good, man. How about yourself?
As good as I can be.
Love to hear it, man. All right, so I'll start things off kind of similar to how I usually start everything off. Tell me your introduction to CS and how you got started playing.
I was on a little family vacation. My family used to go to like California when we were younger. I was like probably like 13 or 14.
Oh, okay.
And my cousin had brought his laptop and he was playing Gary's mod on there. And I was like, dude, this looks mind-boggling, mind-bending. I was like, I gotta try this. So when I got home, I got Gary's mod, but I didn't know you had to download Source and have to have a bunch of other games for it. So then I bought Source. Then I started playing that. And I was like, oh, this is dope. And then around that time, Global Offensive was also out, so I inevitably just bought that and then went into no life mode for a lot of years.
Yeah.
I quit for a while playing because I had to do like IRL shit, but then I've been back.
Dude, I swear, once Global Offensive got a hold of people, man, it was over after that. You're
Nah,
committed.
it's too over.
Yeah.
So, if it's like RuneScape, it's like you don't ever quit it. It's just taking a break.
Yeah, exactly. You always find yourself going back to it.
Mm-hmm. Well, not anymore.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
unfortunately,
it's gone
not.
forever.
I did hear that there's a Discord floating around. I don't know how legit it is, but I did hear that some guy
Oh yeah, the
reported.
legacy stuff.
Yeah. So
Yeah, I've tried it, but I don't really like downloading random shit on my computer from random people.
yeah, exactly,
You know?
right.
Because some of those dudes also in like they're just doing nefarious ass shit with your information. And I don't really
Exactly.
like that.
Yeah, I'm not down to play CS:GO just, if it's going to come at a cost like that, you know what I mean? So, when did you kind of start transitioning over to creating content? Like, what pushed you to kind of make that decision that you wanted to start making YouTube videos and doing streams and whatnot?
My boy Badger. I was like opening cases and just like we were just chilling Discord and play.
Okay.
And I would open like 1,000 cases in Discord, and then Badger was like,
Oh
"Bro,
my
why
god.
don't you just stream this?" And I was like, I don't really know. It's not really my thing, you know. It's not something I'm looking to do. But then I finally was like, okay, I'll give it a try. And I made a TikTok and I started posting it on there, and a lot of people liked it. And then people were asking me to stream it, so I started streaming on TikTok, and then I transitioned over to Twitch,
Okay.
and then I've just been doing that ever since. That was probably about like a year and a half ago at this point, I think.
Oh, damn. So you've seen
Yes.
a lot of growth in that short amount of time then.
Oh yeah, dude. It definitely. I was surprised the amount of people that were like watching. You know what I mean? Because I was like, oh man, dude, I've leaked my information so many times by accident.
Oh, no
Like
shot.
when I first started. Yeah. first started, dude, that I was like, oh wow, I didn't know that was just a thing. It was just I click this and then there's every little bit of information about me.
Like when you're going to buy the key or whatever, and it takes you to that transaction page.
Exactly.
Oh fuck, man, that's so
Exactly.
tough.
Yeah, no, it's been a cool little journey. The
And
amount of no, what were you gonna say?
my bad. I was just gonna say TikTok's a good platform to start on because things just randomly blow up on there. So that's really cool to hear that you started there, and then it's transitioned to you know Twitch and YouTube, and you got a Twitter community too.
Yeah, no, TikTok was definitely the start of it all. And then the Twitter community, oh, those boys are great, dude.
Oh, dude, there's so many nice people. There's so many
There's
nice
such
people.
great guys on there.
A couple shitters, just like any community, but I feel like there's
Yeah,
a lot
there
more
always
good.
is. Oh yeah, yeah. No, if you just don't look for all the bad, good will find you just as fast as the bad will.
Absolutely. So you've built a lot of relationships with other well-known people in the scene. How did you form these relationships, and how have they helped with your journey through content creating?
Well, a lot of them through Twitch, definitely. Like Mr. Doo-Wop. I think I played with him the first time with Franz, and then I just fell in love with bro. I can't lie. He's just such a great guy.
How could you dislike him? Like, not to
No,
glaze him or
I
anything, but he's just the sickest
no
dude.
glaze him, please. And then I met Zipple. He joined one of the streams, and then I don't know. That just turned into a really, really great friendship.
That's
He that
sick.
that guy's also he's an amazing person. I can't say enough nice words about him.
So he just randomly joined your chat one day, and then that started everything there?
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
sick.
pretty much. I don't really remember how it happened, but I'm pretty sure it was something to do like that.
Wow. That's awesome, man.
Yeah, no, great guy. And then Sparkles, I met Sparkles. He commented on one of the YouTube videos, and then I challenged him to a case battle.
No
And
shot.
yeah, and then he did it, and that was pretty fun. That was cool. We're supposed to do another one here soon. And then Remix, if you know Remix Floats,
Yep,
he's
yep.
dope. I met him in the major. Such a such a great guy also. But I didn't meet him there. I knew him prior, and he helped him with a lot of like setting up random shit. I do this thing where like sometimes like you like redeem channel points for flag, and he was the dude that helped me up set that all up.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah,
Shout out to Remix then.
yeah. Shout out Remix, man. Love that guy.
Well,
And
my next I'm sorry, continue.
there's just a lot of I'll just say this part. There's like a lot of cool dudes that I'm probably leaving out. Great guys.
Oh, it's hard to name them all. It really is.
Yeah.
So this next question of mine kind of goes back into what we just talked about a little bit with you and Sparkles doing the case battle. But I was gonna ask if you've ever done any collaborations for streams or videos with other creators, and
Oh yeah.
like your interest is continuing toward.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I did the Sparkles video. I already said that, and then Prodigy invited me to do 13,000 case in 24 hours, and then we did that one, but we didn't make it. Well, we kind of made it, but we had some stand-ins come in
Okay,
towards
okay.
the end of it because I was so cooked. I had been up for like 2 days. That was like around the time
Oh
where I had
my
just
god.
moved from the U.S. to London, and I mean, maybe like 3 hours of sleep for the past week, and I had like 30 minutes of sleep before that stream, and then it was like, oh man, dude,
A whole lot of
what a time.
caffeine.
Yeah.
Holy
And then I
fuck.
did I was supposed to do 5,000 cases when we were for that record to set it. I was just like, oh, we'll just do that. And then shortly after I said that, Anomaly was like, I'm gonna do 5,000 cases. Well, I was like, we can't do both, do 5,000 cases. And then so I was like, I'm gonna do five. I'm just gonna do 6,000. Before I was doing 5,500, and then I was like, fuck that, I'm doing 6,000.
Oh
And
my.
then I completed that, and then he came in with 6,500, and I was like, all right, I can't. I'm not doing another one of those for a long time.
He's just trying to get the content credit there. Like, yeah, I did more than him. You're just sniping you.
No, it was definitely it was fun doing that and being able to be a part of that whole thing.
I mean, it's definitely in the history books. I mean, it's not every day you hear about one person opening that many cases in one single day. Like, that is
Dude, you'd be
insane.
surprised how grueling it gets.
Like, you're
Like,
just sitting there and clicking open, like, click the case, unlock container, click the case, unlock. Like, I can't even
Yeah, but it's
imagine.
that, and then all of a sudden you're like 19 hours into it, and you're like, oh my god, dude, I'm done.
Yeah.
I want to go to bed.
Holy shit, man. That is, I don't even know. That is insane. In a cool way, in a really cool way, but insane.
Oh yeah, it's not too bad.
So, as per your Twitter, I wanted to touch on this. You're super involved in giving back to the community and hosting a lot of
Oh yeah.
really cool giveaways and whatnot. What got you into the position to being able to give away thousands of dollars to your community? Because I find that really cool, and I think a lot of people do it genuinely, and there's a lot of people that do it, to get clout. But I think with you, I think you do it genuinely, and I really respect that.
Yeah, so what even made me want to do that in the first place was, so way back in the day I used to like uh buy video games for people. I had a little Steam group where I would put keys in there, and I don't know, I kind of fell out doing that. And then when I came back and got into Counter-Strike stuff, I was like, "Oh, dude, what better way to give back to the community than to, you know what I mean, help that?" Cuz when I was younger and I got my first knife, I had like begged my brother had a job at like a pizzeria, and I had begged him. I was like, "Please, for my birthday, bro, please, can you please buy me this, please, dude?" And then finally caved, and he did. Like the feeling of getting that first knife and being able to like, I don't know, dude, it just felt great, and I wanted to let other people feel that same thing. So that's pretty much the reasoning behind why I like to give the stuff away.
I
And
love that.
I'm opening cases. What am I gonna do with it all? You know,
I mean,
keep
that's
it
fair.
so it looks nice in my inventory. I'd rather give it to somebody else that's gonna appreciate it and um do something with it than it just sit in my inventory and collect dust.
For
You know?
sure, man. And everybody remembers their first knife too. Everybody
Oh,
remembers it.
dude, I 100%. I even remember my first opening. It was a Faustin Stat Track Factory New
Oh
Tiger
wow,
Tooth.
that's not a bad pull for first knife.
Yeah, it was nice. I was vibing with it, but it's gone now. I think I gave it away.
Long gone, I imagine.
Yeah.
This is something I was gonna ask you, but you already brought it up. So apologies, but we're doubling back again. Um, Something that is most notable that you were a part of in the past few months was the largest case opening in 24 hours with 6,000 cases. And then, as you said, Anomaly ended up one-upping you with 6,500 cases very shortly after. But I feel like you're definitely the person to get the ball rolling with this. How the hell did you come up with this idea?
It was actually Prodigy that did that first.
Prodigy did that first. Okay.
Prodigy did it first, and he held that record for a while. And then I think it was like 4,000 cases. And then I was like, I'll just do 1,000 more, which was 5,000. And then Anomaly announced he was gonna do 5,000, and I was like, fuck that, I'm doing 6,000. That's pretty much got the ball rolling to that. And Prodigy was the one that I ended up doing the 13,000 in 24 hour, but it was 6,000 each, or it would have been 6,500. I don't remember. I don't remember the math. Whatever it is, I'm not good at math.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys just split it between you.
Yeah. And how even I was just in his kick chat one time, and he was like, "Do you want to do this with me?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then that happened. That was a ton of fun, and I really appreciate him also inviting me to do that with him.
It's definitely
He's
a
the
once in
goat,
a
honestly.
lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Like, what was the at the end of the whole deal, like when you opened the 6,000 cases up, like were you surprised at the numbers you saw? Cuz like I'm sure a lot of those were blue and there's probably not much profit if any.
Oh, I mean, if I had never opened cases before, I'd be like, "Oh my god, dude!" But since like, nah, 30 knives is about what I would have expected it to be. I think it was like 32 or 36 knives we got.
Wow.
Alright, yeah, you would think it's gonna be hundreds of now. It's not. They don't drop that much.
No, god
There
no.
were there were times where I think I went like 6, 7 hours without opening a single gold.
Oh
And
my
then it'll
god.
it'll come in and it'll just be like one after another. And you're like, oh my god, dude. I'm just nonstop. And that's when it gets easier because it's, you're looking for that. And when it's like 6 hours into it and you haven't seen it, you're like, dude, fuck this. I'm finished.
For sure. And it really
But if they
puts it.
just drop consistently, it's good.
Oh yeah,
It's
it
good.
it probably makes it more entertaining for you as like, for sure for the viewers, but for the guy that's sitting in front of the computer having to do this for the entire day, like going blue, 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 purple, blue, blue. That's got to get crazy annoying.
Yeah, it's hard to get excited. But once that gold rolls in, whew, it's over. Feels good.
And like it's got to be, I don't know, I find it really cool that you post like, like I think your video that you posted was like 22 minutes long. It wasn't just the highlights of
Hmm.
like, oh, this is all the cool stuff I opened. Like you're showing the people, this is how a case opening usually goes. You're getting, shafted for the majority of it.
Oh yeah, no, you get shafted so hard. I you're never gonna break even on opening them. I mean, if you open one and then hit an emerald, yeah,
Yeah.
you'll break even. Just stop. Which once you've made more, just stop. But it does get addicting. Definitely does. So sometimes when I'll tap the case and I'll see the little gold icon, I get like a little feeling. I'm like, oh, that's really bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like when I just open the case and I see the preview of the skins and you see the little gold icon, you're like, oh my god, it's really bad.
Yeah, it definitely gets a hold of you after a while. And like, I don't know, when I got into Counter Strike, I got in 2016, so I think I was like 17. Just had my first job. I saved up so much to get my first PC, bought Counter Strike, and I didn't have any bills or nothing. I was like, 17, 16 or whatever. I was just opening cases up and fucking all that money off. And if you go download the Steam helper extension on Google Chrome Store and you see
Mm-hmm.
all that money that you spent all those years, man, that's some scary shit.
Oh, it's really bad. If you go to your badges and go to your counter, if you
Oh
have your
yeah.
Counter Strike badge,
Oh
oh dude, I look at that sometimes and I'm like, wow,
yeah, kick to,
wow,
kick to the gut.
that'll be just on like your keys and anything you've spent on the game.
Oh yeah. That doesn't include like OP skins back in the day,
Nope,
skin port, none of that stuff. That is
none of
only
that.
on Steam. It's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. So this next
Yeah.
question of mine is a bit off topic, but I have to ask about the Dragon Lord trade up that you did at the Copenhagen Major. I think I saw
Oh
you. I'm sorry.
no, no, no. I was just making noise.
Oh, okay, my fault.
Sorry.
I think I saw you walking around at one point, and I never knew that you had this, like you were gonna be right there for this. But what was this like happening right in front of you amidst all the hype from the sold out arena? Like there was 16,000 people in that
Yeah, so
arena.
that was actually Remix's Dragon Lord trade up, and he invited me to do it, and he
Okay.
got him and Sparkles winning on it, and I was just there pretty much. Like he's just like, "You want to
Okay.
be a part of it?" And I was like, "Yeah." A funny story. I was like sitting down on the ground because there wasn't enough seats, and there was like two seats left, and there was not enough for me to sit, so I was just sitting on the floor in front of the audience, and the security were coming up to me like, you got to go. Like, you can't sit here. And I was like, just hold on,
We're doing
man.
the D
Just give
Lord
me
trade
one
up.
second. Yeah. And then we were trying to get the guy to like put it on the stream, but apparently there was something. They were like, no, we can't do that for skin stuff, or I don't know what was going on with it. But yeah, that it didn't hit. Also, that was a fun little time. Little security sitting there, and then the PGL guy that puts it on like came walking down and was looking at everything, and I was like, oh no. And he looked down at me, and then I just looked at him and gave him a wave, and then he smiled and gave me a thumbs up. I was like, yeah, man, I can stay here.
Hell
I was
yeah.
like, let's go, man. Yeah, that was definitely a fun experience. It would have been even crazier if we hit it,
Oh my
but
god. Like I don't know. I don't know why they wouldn't put the camera on that, man. How many times you see a Dragon Lord trade up in front of your face? Like you'll never see that again, probably.
yeah.
That doesn't
Well, it was
happen every
just the
day.
blood in the water.
Oh man.
Oni put it on his stream though, so
Oh, did he? That's crazy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's sick. I think maybe why the people for the tournament didn't like the camera guys didn't put it on is because I think there's like a really strict gambling policy in Denmark. So maybe they didn't want to like promote that or something because it's technically gambling. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really know what the reasoning was, but can't
Like
really say anything about it.
yeah, I mean, come on, like give the Dragon Lord trade up, you know. Come on. You'll never see that again. Well, do you have any other crazy ideas on your bucket list that you hope to cross off one day?
I do have something I'm in the works of making, but I'm not gonna leak too much about it, but it's gonna
Okay,
be
that's
like
fine.
this an event that I'm gonna put on maybe weekly or bi-weekly for like the community to come in and be able to do something to win a pretty dope ass item
Okay.
throughout the month. Yeah, I'm very, very excited to do that. Where I'm getting like a custom map and a custom little game mode thing to play. It's gonna be really, really, really fun.
That sounds really unique.
It should be. It should be cool. We'll have to see if we can do the idea. I have a couple of ideas, but I'm not gonna get too much in detail about it.
Okay, okay. Well, I'll have your socials and everything put in the description so people can go and, follow you and keep up with any upcoming news about this. Do you have any goals set in place for your YouTube or Twitch career? Like anything long term that you're looking to achieve, maybe something short term, anything at all?
Not really, man. I kind of just roll with the punches on it, you know?
Yeah, all right.
Like I'm just kind of doing it, and if it pans out, it pans out. I mean, it feels like it's panning out.
Oh, I would
It
say
feels
so.
good. But no, I didn't really have any plans for it because I don't know. I'm just hanging out.
Just a dude being a guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Honestly. Really, the main focus is just like being able to make people laugh and have an entertaining time.
For
That's it,
sure.
really.
People come home from a day of work and need a laugh or something. They come to you.
Yeah. Hopefully, I can provide it.
No, that's cool, man. I like that. So for the last part of the episode, I usually like to leave the floor to you to promote anything you'd like to promote, or if you want to spread a message or shout people out or whatever you want to talk about. I just like to give the last segment to the guests to talk about anything they want. So feel free to talk some shit.
Well, first off, shout out you for inviting me on here, and shout out Mr. Watt for connecting us.
Yeah, shout out to Doo Wop big time.
And the last part, just don't give up, man. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
All right, guys, that just about wraps it up. I'd like to give a massive thank you to Turbine once again for stepping up to the plate very quickly and being so interested in this podcast idea and wanting to get it done. So, mega shout out to you, man. It is greatly appreciated. Turbine is a super sick dude, and we've been playing more and more games together lately, and I couldn't say one bad thing about the guy. Nothing but respect. That will do it for today, though. That is everything I had for you guys, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And if you did, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. If you wouldn't mind telling a friend about it, that'd be greatly appreciated. We're still in the beginning stages of the podcast, but it's super fun so far. I'm loving it. Everyone I've interviewed so far is loving it too, and that to me means more than numbers. But the more people that see this, I feel like there's a lot to take away from it. There's a lot of inspiration behind a lot of these people that I've been talking to, and at the end of the day, they're just all solid dudes. They're all super sick. And I couldn't thank each and every one of them enough for helping me bring my idea to life. And it's also helped me meet a bunch of people in the industry, we'll call it. And I couldn't thank everybody that's been on the podcast so far enough. And I can't wait to see what happens in the future. That's it for today, though, guys. I appreciate everybody checking this out once again. We'll have another episode next Friday. Looks like the every Friday upload streak will continue. Till next time, fellas. Peace.